Alright, it's turn 49. I'm just gonna disclaimer, I've actually done the turn already, but my recording was messed up. So the only thing that I left from my recording was the scripting against my big attack on Shinayama's Pyrene cap. But I've lost all the other stuff, so I'm just gonna have to quickly summarize what I did. So my site searching, I got 2 water sites and an earth site, and a useless brigand layer. Shinayama attacked the cave next to Pyrene's cap with kind of reconnaissance and force, so it's like a medium. It's not really a raiding force, but you know, he has some fire snakes here to deal with creeping doom. He's got skelly spammers, 5 or 6 skelly spammers, and he has these guys to deal with thugs, and these guys are, you know, really excellent infantry. However, I was expecting him to attack, so I have 2 groups of flanking centaurs, some archers, the Cynophalians as my kind of frontline infantry with the archers to back them up. I have my frozen heart casters and my kind of counter or not, you know, my equivalent of spamming infantry or whatever is the single pan with gems for hell, and he's going to be casting creeping doom afterwards. So we'll see how this fight goes. I think in terms of investment, I think it's roughly equal, isn't it? I mean, he's got 5 mages, a bunch of these guys. I've got, you know, these centaurs, which are a little bit better than the orcs, but not as good as these guys. And I've got gems to cast on hell and on creeping doom, but he's got gems on water elementals, snakes, and these horse face guys. So it's pretty reasonably equal. So some of the centaurs get intercepted, but a bunch of them make it through. The priests basically destroy the skeletons quite well, and they also deal good damage to these guys. See this frozen heart killing them, and when they're frozen, they get penalties to their stats as well. Get minus attack and defense. So these skeletons basically get beaten up by all my bugs and wolves, and these guys get over here. My centaurs have died, but they forced his snakes to run backwards instead of clumping up with his other infantry. So the snakes, instead of killing all these bugs, they went back and killed the centaurs, which is okay, but it was better for me because I can clear out these, you know, these nasty guys. So I kill all these ox-face dudes, and my creeping doom bugs managed to, you know, walk from here all the way to there, just in time to confront his second wave of guys. And the snakes start retreating because he's taking too much damage. So his guys here keep getting harassed, and more bugs coming, so these guys are all gonna die, it's quite obvious. I'm gonna speed this up so you can see how it ends. So a lot of his guys get surrounded. And net result, half his ubas die. Most of his, all his ox face, ox head guys die. I lost my centaurs and I spent my gems, but I think overall it was a good fight for me. And most importantly, I keep control of the province, which is tactically important in the current situation. And how these other fights went, so I scouted this province, which I thought, seeing that it had these macemen in it. Normally these macemen and swordsmen, this kind of mercenary infantry, is a sign that there's going to be mages in the province, and it looks like there was this time. But these guys only have death gems, so, and this guy's got communion slaves, so I'm probably going to be fighting imps and skeletons, which is fine. So I pinged his fort. He's just patrolling with goblins. I took a province from him over here, so I went further in this way, and I took this province back from him, which he took from me earlier with a medium-sized force. But I didn't want to show him my entire army here. I think most of my army should be hidden. Right, and all these other events are fairly irrelevant. So I'm gonna be protecting this province with another kind of medium-sized force. A guy with, Howl, Creeping Doom, some Maenads, Centaurs, and I put some province defense there. I'm also pushing guys into this province with another Howl caster, another Howl Creeping Doom caster with flanking Centaurs and Satyrs and some province defense. Not doing anything with this province. I am also attacking this province with a thug, because it only has one, one province defense in it. I'm hoping he forgets to protect it, so if not, I'll die. But if I can get this province, it's a nice little kind of nuisance for him. I'm sending most of my forces westwards, so basically everything I have is moving west, to be in a position to reinforce these armies, to rotate troops. So here, for example, these guys are staying, but this guy's moving back to pick up gems, and this guy's moving forwards. So if he attacks this province again, then I have basically the same setup. And he can kill this army, but I mean, if he does that, then he's gonna have to spend a good amount of investment to do it. I'm also sending my pretender, who's kitted out with a Ring of Returning, a bunch of equipment to help him survive, and he's got a veil so he's sneaking, you can't see him, and he's moving into this province. He's going to cast Mass Flight, and if the battle takes a while to happen, then he's going to cast the Soaring Army, so I can fly over the walls. If I should be able to break the walls here in one turn, and if I do, then what I'm probably going to do is storm it with one or two pans. Those pans are just going to cast Earthquake and try to destroy the whole army with spells, and everybody else I'll probably just keep moving. Move probably in towards his capital. I might insist that Katis gives me his capital because he's not really contributed much, but it looks like he's finally got a serious army there, and he's done the smart thing, which is take the fort with a small army and then reinforce it with a big army, so Shinayama can't see what's inside this army. So I've found this province that I took last turn. It has water 2 mages, which is very nice because I can get those to water 4. And these guys can roll fire, although it's a pretty low chance, but given that they're, you know, fairly cheap and they have water 2, which is going to be useful, I can just keep making them, and eventually when I get one with fire, then I can either empower them or give them a staff of elemental mastery or something or other to allow them to search for fire with augury sights. So sending my centaur here with my troops. I think those 19 centaurs I have is enough to defeat everything here. However, it'll be a bit risky if there's imps, so maybe I'll keep 2 of them on protecting her from imps and send everybody else forward, and that should be alright. Alright, this guy is going to, I tried to suicide him, but I have an app, so I can't. And I'm forging just more items for my thugs, not doing anything particularly special, although I did switch to producing Catherionic line pelts instead of armor of the knights, just to conserve earth gems. And I'm probably going to start conserving nature gems soon as well, but at the moment I don't need to. Still searching for gems and searching for water everywhere. I have a lot of pressure on me to attack Yomi. Yomi's being quite annoying with his Dominion. He's really pushing Dominion candles quite hard, which is a bit of a nuisance. And he's taking most of this planet. He's on Amazir as well. So, and the guys on this planet want me to attack Yomi, and they're offering me a lot of gems, like 200 gems to do it. So I think that after I finish Shinayama, then the next thing I'm gonna do is attack Yomi. Right, so that's the turn. It's fairly straightforward. We'll see how things go here. This is pretty critical. I've also put the items here to fool Shinayama into thinking I have a big army here. I'm assuming that he can see it because he probably has scouting here or something. And I'm sending 2 centaurs into this province with gems to back up my casters if they run out of gems. So that's the turn.